Newsreel, real news, real quick. Donald Trump, campaigning in Iowa on Sunday, said the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank was the fault of President Joe Biden's administration and could lead to a new Great Depression in the United States. Trump added, quote, "With what is happening to our economy and with the proposals being made on the largest and dumbest tax increase in the history of the United States, times 5, Joe Biden will go down as the Herbert Hoover of the modern age," unquote. Donald Trump's former lawyer and fixer, Michael Cohen, testified to a Manhattan grand jury on Monday concerning the investigation of hush money payments he arranged and made for the former president. After bank regulators rushed to close Silicon Valley Bank on Friday when it experienced a bank run during which depositors rushed to withdraw their funds all at once, the second largest bank failure in U.S. history behind the 2008 failure of Washington Mutual, regulators announced that New York-based Signature Bank also failed, and they seized it on Sunday afternoon. With more than $110 billion in assets, Signature Bank, a major lender to the crypto industry, is the third largest bank failure in U.S. history. FDIC Chairman Martin Gruenberg acknowledged that other U.S. banks are sitting on $620 billion of unrealized losses, assets which have decreased in value but haven't yet sold. Chinese President Xi Jinping called Monday for China to play a bigger role in managing global affairs after Beijing scored a diplomatic coup as the host of talks that produced an agreement between Saudi Arabia and Iran to reopen diplomatic relations. Xi called for changes in the management of the International Monetary Fund, which he says fails to reflect the desires of developing countries and instead only reflects American economic plans. Xi also promised to transform the Chinese military into a, quote, Great Wall of Steel, unquote, capable of protecting China's interests abroad, while he also emphasized the need for greater stability and security at home. President Joe Biden on Monday has declared the entire U.S. Arctic Ocean off limits to new oil and gas leasing, even though it's one of the richest potential areas for American energy independence. And finally, Britain's publicly funded national broadcaster BBC reversed popular former soccer great Gary Lineker's suspension from the airways for a tweet that criticized the UK government's new migration policy. And that's the way the world is. See you next time.